So, and also too, like you gotta have some sort of empathy, please, because I didn't know I was walking around with a fucking goddamn dick the size of what would be considered God to you all. So I'm like, my dad just left me at a fucking park. I love you. My mom, oh Lord, I'm not gonna talk about her. I don't even know where she's at right now. I had no idea. I don't. This is not. This is. She never once. No one told me. No one told me, son. You're walking around with a sword that goes and destroys 400 years of history. No one told me that your existence is like your brain is like a fucking pulverizer to the brains of all the humans on the planet. And so imagine me being little old me. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like, okay, like I'm in med school, cool. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah. Oh yep. Okay, I don't really want anything to do with these treaties, but okay, people gave me treaties to manage for all over the world for to to be responsible and help with plants, medicinal plants for India, all of Peru, and all of the United States. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I really don't really anything to do with this. Why is this happening? Like, what's going on? Like, stop. Like, it doesn't matter why. Like, okay, like, sure, whatever. You want me to do this thing? Sure, I'll write my name in there. Okay, yeah. 200 years. Entire all the federal courts, all of them done. And I'm like, what's going on? All I did was come into your courthouse and deliver papers. And they're like, ah! They're like, I'm like, what is, you need to calm down, remain calm. Why, what are you doing? All of your future, all of your past. And I have no idea I'm doing that. And I have a sword that does that. And that's all I can do. Because for my whole life, no one explained that I'm not here. That I'm here. So y'all gotta have some fucking empathy and some humility. Please have some empathy and humility. Okay? I didn't know that I'm me. I didn't realize that. So, and now that I have, and I realize what's going on, that you're scared ants, and I'm a human brain, and you're just little animals, beast, retarded, shit fuck brains that can't do anything. All of you on the whole fucking planet, apparently. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope a whole bunch of you see this and you're like, oh shit, man. Been there, done that. Mm-mm. Nah. Like, I settled down. I got me a kids. I got me the house, a little miniature tiny house. We all good. I ain't been there, done that. We ain't do that. Like, hopefully, is there some people laughing their asses off who have a comprehension about this process and coming to realize these types of things. But y'all gotta have some fucking humility, please, and some comprehension about the situation, which is no one told me for my whole life that what I'm walking around with is a destroyer of worlds, entire worlds, for millions and billions of people. And I'm like, why is everyone running and afraid? Why do they keep I'm really frustrated. Why do people keep surrounding me on the streets and tell me I can't talk to another person who's fine with talking to me? Why is that like you got to understand what that's possibly maybe like to be surrounded over and over and over again by people with guns and be put into a little cage by a whole bunch of people telling you can't exist how you're existing. And I'm like, why not? Gutted. All your 400-year future and past completely obliterated. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what is the problem? All of their reality. Lying, bro. So it's like, no one told me. No one told me. No one explained these things. My father left me at a park in 6th grade. I love you. This is Liberty. Our new baby. Bye. Love you. Never heard. I'm like, what's going on? And the whole time, my mom's like, well, you better just go work at a gas station. Good. Good. You're operating here, son. Good. You need to operate and stay right in there and be under authority. You need to be under authority, okay? And pour the blood of Jesus on your head. Stay inside here, okay? Stay where you belong. Do you know what it's like raising something like you? You need to stay in here. That's like what my mom was like. And I was like, yeah, I don't even see that. It's so small. What are you talking about? I'm your authority. You are in here. And I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? That's nothing. What do you mean you want me to be in there? Respect my authority. Do you know what it's like to be me? Imagine having to be parents who are here of something that's like they brought into the planet a destroyer and creator of all worlds and all mentalities of all the humans who've ever walked here for the last like hundreds and hundreds of years. And imagine you fucking brought that to this planet. No shit, as a father, you're gonna be like, love you, you just bye-bye, you at the park now, you're all good, you safe, okay, bye. And no shit, a mom's gonna be like, you need to authority, yeah, authority. That's because they can sort of see the boundary about what's the situation. My dad got me a keyboard, and I watched him take a shit like while I was playing the keyboard, and that was about it for him. He was like, I'm out. This is love, honey. You're playing Bach while I was shitting, and you're looking at me playing Bach. Why you playing Bach looking at me on a keyboard when I just left you in a room for a couple of hours? Don't look at me shit, son. But you can keep playing Bach and Star Wars on the computer. That's fine. So, note to self, parents. If your child's not a destroyer of mentalities of the entire planet and something that can explode the brains of all of the humans and already did it, maybe you should be realistic and be like, look at Susie, Pamela, you're not that special. But you are really special because you are you, okay? And you get to define who and what and how you are every single day and redefine it freely, okay? But that doesn't mean you're gonna get a B in circumstances and scenarios like that one motherfucking vampire killer dude with the Cali hat on, Rick. It doesn't mean you're going to travel the world and have people offer to take you to every continent freely. You're not going to just go to private beaches. You're not going to be homeless in a car for years. You're not going to get, okay, so you're not going to be able to go through all of those types of experiences necessarily. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. So you just worry about how you are going to be you and what you want you to be and what you deserve to be and what you need to be. And don't confine yourself. Don't limit yourself. But just because you're not limiting yourself, it doesn't mean that you get to leave that. Little ant brain. Okay, child? You get your little fucking ant brain, child. And that doesn't mean you can't pulverize and explode your brain to get out here into the larger existence reality. But you might. So, I'm here. Call me if you need me. You hungry? We got food in the fridge. Like, now go out into the world. Like, I didn't have that. And I was brought here with a fucking invisible vampire slayer sword that has the power to just pulverize and cut through and like just truncate the entire fucking federal government, truncate entire international federations, and 400 years it's just so if you have a kid that might possibly be that, you should try to warn them as best possible. And I guess my dad and my mom did their best, because my dad was like, oh shit, I brought a fucking world destroyer here. Fuck. So his best thing he could do was basically leave it as simple as possible. That's he taught very few things. Like anything I got from my father, the base things I got from my father was basically be safe, have fun, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Knock on wood. My dad was like always fucking knocking on wood. Like everywhere we fucking went, he was like trying to find a fucking piece of wood. Like he was like, oh, shit, the glass, what does it all work? Like constantly. That was all that I got from my dad. Best have the most fun you could ever possibly have in your life, but make sure you're still safe when you're doing it. And bitch, you better find a piece of fucking wood to be knocking on, even at the fucking dinner table. You better always be finding wood to knock on. Like, that was about it. Stay safe and have fun. Really, I didn't get anything else from my dad. So I guess he succeeded in what he was supposed to do, because now I've made world history, completely obliterated the entire world, but I'm still alive. I'm not like the doctor who washed hands and was invented washing hands and then died in a psych ward for getting beaten to death. And so, and I have an opportunity to maybe find a lady, to maybe go do normal things, be by the ocean. I love the ocean. And so maybe that was the right thing to do. And the only thing that could have led to this circumstance I'm in right now. I've got a little bit of cash. I'm okay. Like, I could buy food if I need food. I can take care of myself. Like, I don't need government assistance. I don't need anything from anyone. I can take care of myself. And I am. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing great. So, yeah, maybe my advice is wrong. Maybe you shouldn't be explaining that stuff to your kid. But imagine and try to understand, if you can, that's kind of what happened. Like, two parents came together, and then they made a fucking Death Star, and like they are probably, my mom was just like screaming and trying to force me into that circle as much as she could, abusively, psychologically, gaslighting. She did everything possible to try to fucking force me and keep me in that fucking little tiny ant world, brain world. Every chance she got. And So maybe that's why she's the demon who saved me, because if I wouldn't have compressed myself enough to get stuck in there for long enough, I probably would have died. People would have killed me. But because I was so fucking compressed into that fucking tiny little fucking thing, due to all this psychological torture from my mother to like fucking crush my fucking brain into this tiny existence of her authority, I am like, can sort of deal with being a slave. And then because my dad basically was nothing and allowed for all possibilities other than just stay safe and have fun, anything was okay. Anything went. Everything. You better be fucking having fun. You better stay safe. That was it. Nothing. Everything else. Be prepared. That's it. Like, I got nothing from him. So, other than that, and by keeping it that simple, that allowed me to end up where I'm at in reality and contained enough, mentally trapped enough in order to be able to bridge my Death Star world destroyer, which means that I'm the one who causes the creation of the new world, to bridge that with what is the past and what it was, these little vampire ant brains that all exploded. And so I guess just whatever, however the circumstances played out, maybe I'd be stuck in a hospital right now being injected and fucking with no court orders and not even out making this video if my dad wouldn't have just hugged me at a park and said I love you and disappeared for my whole life. Who knows? I probably would be stuck in a fucking something. So maybe that's the best thing you can do. If you bring a fucking world destroyer and world creator onto the planet as two parents, maybe part of the best thing to do is just be like, okay, fuck it. Never gonna talk to you. See you again. Have fun. And make sure you stay safe. Bye. And then to balance that, absolute complete fucking mental domination, psychopath, the dominatrix, Christian, Jesus, blood pouring, fucking hole squishing mother. And then because those things were so opened and then so closed, they were able to manage to keep me here long enough on the planet to get what I'm supposed to be doing, which is this. That's why I'm here. I'm the world destroyer and world creator. It's over. And it's already beginning, and you don't have a choice any longer. It doesn't. It doesn't work another way. You don't get to come to the doorstep and knock on the van window of the world destroyer and world creator and think, you special nigga. You don't get to fucking do that. Don't worry, I don't need to do anything. What I think literally fucking crystallizes and forms in like events and materials. That's why I'm making all these videos in front of a kitchen store, when my whole story is based on food living and my kitchen that I built and stuff. What is in my brain is just there. It's all there. It's just all physically condenses and collapses. All the plants and everything that I think about and love, everywhere I end up physically, there's just more of them. It just, everything is just goes boom, boom, just everything in my brain just crystallizes and forms into literal realities. And it's because I'm apparently in sync. I'm a star, baby.